Now, the other political parties, strongly so EFF by Honorable Malma, pushes back ukuthi there's no need to call igama laka General Khan. This is where now Honorable David Kosana is the one who mentions the name and gives supporting statements on why should the name be there. That drew my attention as well, because the level of business as members of MK in getting information, if I may divert a bit, we in the ad hoc, we're not the same as here, where you've got resources, where you have investigators, security and all that. We don't have such. We only have few support staff, secretary and few evidence leaders, and that's it. So any matter you bring on the table, it's up to you as a member of parliament that you get information. So at that time, I was not privy to that information which Honorable Kosana, David Kosana had, supported by Honorable Nomvalo. They punched the name. I was not supportive on that day. If you can check the video, I didn't even talk much on that day. But the level of embarrassment that was pushed on our name, I must look into this name. Why is there push specifically on this name? It's far less than the push Ramaphosa, the president. So I said, okay, I understand with President Ramaphosa because ANC would want to protect their president. But why can't? Then later, that's when I started looking at this thing. Then I get reminded when Ubabus Kosana gives me the gist of this thing. No, let me remind you what was Khan. And I recall what I knew the name. I knew the things that were spoken about because I grew up in the SAPS. I worked there. So I would hear certain stuff about the certain generals, and what do they do. So that started there. Uma ubheka the so-called Indian cabal. Angiyaxolisa if ngizoba a bit racist. I hope I'm not sounding racist in part. The Indian cabal is then a subject ekhulunywa ngayo ukuthi iyona egcwele ku-IDEC. Now, I notice ukuthi there's a certain relationship when I connect dots between Johnson, Padiachi, Khan. I also put in Paul O'Sullivan there. Brian, is it McKnight? Not mine. Brian, sorry, please remind me.
I'm not sure who you refer to.
The commissioner that had an accident when he was drunk.
You are giving a terrible example, but I think you're probably talking about Mr. McBride.
So those people, Mangba Peg, I'm Mhlonishwa. Ngicela ukusebenzisa isimageba Mhlonishwa, isilungu sibuye singidelay ngoba kumele ngisicabange before ngizosikhuluma, but I'll mix around. So ngaleso sikhathi leso when you check those people abaku IDEC, to me it gave me ukuthi it's a situation where for you to work at IDEC I have to have something on you so that you'll perform my duties. That's how it looked in my space. Why do I get there? Khan, General Khan, has an assault case, la bekasebenza khona, shaya officer, and the case is opened. That case of an assault, iyanyamalala for iskashana, disappears. That case disappears for a while.
Do you know when that was?
I can't recall the time, but it was early years. It's one of the rumors that we got that Khan shines or shy somebody. Then there was that case.
Was that in the subs?
In the subs.
But
Hawks, if I'm not wrong, it was in the Hawks.
But you yourself have not seen that.
No, it's
document.
Remember,
already.
Yes, as I say to you, in the artwork we fully rely on what you get and how you get your information. Mostly media and rumors, people talking. So those things, they need a person to sit here so that when you probe those questions, you then make facts into is this allegation or facts. That's how we operate in our side. So when you look at that matter, it is when I'm asking Mama Winnie Mandela questions in the ad hoc.
What's her real name?
Mam Johnson. Sorry. I call it that. Mam Johnson, I ask a question, Yoguti, You are arresting Ubab Kumar, General Kumar, for hiring a lady from BMW. But you yourself, you were in a panel that interviewed your husband. Her response was, I was not in the panel. When my husband entered, I recused myself. Now in that panel, if there were 4, that means there will be 3 people in that panel. That's how she answers. She further says, I didn't know about this post. I asked Uguti Mam Johnson, it can't be true that you and your husband gets called for an interview and is not excited to tell his wife, today I got a call for an interview. It can't be. She says, no, Pella, that one, she told me, and then he told me, and then it ended there. I'm like, okay, let's look at this matter forward. The husband gets caught there. He gets the post. Now, if 4 people are scoring each, the other people who came for the interview were scored by these 4 people. Let's do maths. Let's say they give them all 10. These 4 people. And then husband comes, scored by 3 people. How can the numbers surpass the numbers by 4? Didn't make sense to me. Later, there was a certain heat on this issue with her. She was in the interview. Now, General Khan in the intelligence, Gubane post evulegayo. The post is for a brigadier. Indoda kaMam Johnson applies lapha kwa Khan and gets the job later. The case of assault, where Johnson was supposed to look at that case, apparently or allegedly, the case disappears. And there's no findings till today on that case, where Umam Johnson apparently should have been the one sitting on that case. That thing got my mind to focus there, number 1. We thought, okay, there's a problem here. Is this is under the Kosana situation, or maybe I'm seeing it wrong? Khan needs to come and answer. We left it there. Unfortunately,
sorry,
yes.
Is IDEC not concerned with corruption? What would its involvement have been
Yes.
in an assault case?
At that time, Nami, this thing bothered me. When this was happening, who was where and what was happening, who was employed at where space. But it is alleged that Mam Johnson was the one who was supposed to be handling this case. That this assault case. I don't know, I can't get the facts now. What was the reason? I'm saying why I got interested in this thing, because of the allegations that are coming and the way they are coming. And then I look at the fact that I don't have those facts, mind. Let me further probe into this thing. Okay, what's the relationship?
Can I pause you there, Mr. Shongwe?
Yes.
You say that you posed questions to Ms. Andrea Johnson. She appeared before the ad hoc committee on the 6th of November, 2025.
Yes.
And so, and are these the questions that you posed to her, including in relation to this assault case?
Due to time, in the ad hoc, I only have 10 minutes. And in that 10 minutes, I must get answers and questions. So some of the questions I didn't ask, but the direction of the question was this.
Okay.
But as I'm answering here, I'm answering what prompted me to focus on Khan.
I see.
My focus was on IDEC and IPT specifically, which it is now utilized as a weapon. Now, when that